What's going on? My name is JDC. Today we're talking about why the Philadelphia 76ers need to trade Ben Simmons because the situation right now in Philadelphia is getting pretty bad. And honestly, it's looking like Ben Simmons is on his way out pretty soon. So what's up? My name is JDC. If you guys like the video, drop a like down below. We do NBA content here, but mostly Houston Rockets. Obviously, we are just sprinkling in some NBA content here and there because NBA content right now is kind of dry. So kind of experimenting with different videos to see which fan bases work well and which ones don't. So we got a Ben Simmons video today. If you guys like the video, drop a like down below, press the sub button, and it would be really appreciated. So let's get to the video. So Ben Simmons, I want to say like in the last 2 months, Ben Simmons has been mentioned in a lot of trade talks because obviously isn't happy in Philadelphia right now, being how he played in the playoffs last year. His overall stats in the regular season were pretty great. Did average 14 points per game, did average 7 rebounds, and did average 7 assists. So very solid stats from Ben Simmons. But just looking at like his other stats, his field goal percentage and his 3-point percentage, not all that great. So just looking over it, he did shoot 56% from the field, which is pretty great, and then 30% from 3, which is obviously, it's actually pretty great for Ben Simmons, but it's probably like in a small sample size of shots. And then over the postseason, he did average 12 points per game, did average 9 assists, and did average 8 rebounds. So those are really good stats. He did shoot 62% from the field and then 0% from the 3 because he doesn't take threes. And was honestly looking pretty, I wouldn't say like pretty bad, but also like wouldn't say pretty great either. The series against the Hawks in the last game did drop 5 points, did drop 13 assists and 8 rebounds. The thing about Ben Simmons is that his playmaking and his defense are what save his career. Well, not his career, but what save his game. His playmaking and his defense are two of his best features in this game. It's just that his scoring output is not where it needs to be, or it's not where it's at right now, because scoring 5 points in the game is not going to get it done. Single-digit scoring games in the playoff series where they need you, it's just not going to get it done because you are one of the best players on your roster besides Joel Embiid and Tobias Harris. Yeah, Tobias Harris, but you can't be scoring 1 point. Well, you can't be scoring single-digit points in a game where they really need you. So Ben Simmons, in terms of scoring output, it's just not there, but he definitely has that playmaking ability, that rebounding ability that they need, and then that defensive ability. So the 76ers, they definitely need to just trade Ben Simmons. There were a lot of trade packages offered to the Sixers, being the Raptors and the Wolves, but they didn't really appeal to the Sixers. The Timberwolves, I think they did offer D'Angelo Russell, Malik Beasley, and Jaden McDaniels, which is honestly a pretty hefty trade package right there. D'Lo being the best player in that trade package, and then getting back Ben Simmons, which would honestly be pretty cool. Having Ben Simmons, Anthony Edwards, having Karl-Anthony Towns there, Naz Reid, a lot of really good young players out there. I think Ben Simmons on the Wolves would be pretty great for them, would fit them pretty well, and needs some defense right there, and needs a playmaker. So I think Ben Simmons could definitely be a really good fit on the Wolves. They just need to get the right trade package. I think in any trade package with Ben Simmons and the Wolves, it's going to revolve around D'Lo, maybe Malik Beasley too, but it kind of just depends right there. So I've seen some news around here and there talking about some trade packages that could get it done, and I'm just going to be breaking them down because they honestly are pretty interesting. This one's by the NBA, so we'll look into this right now. The Kings, it involves the Kings, so the Kings get Ben Simmons, and then the Sixers get Buddy Hield, Tyrese Halliburton, and Marvin Bagley. I definitely like this trade a little bit more than the Wolves trade because in return they do get Tyrese Halliburton, who's a very great rookie. Well, was a great rookie, probably top 5. Marvin Bagley, who needs a change of scenery from the Kings because he isn't all that good, especially playing for them this season. So getting Marvin Bagley, getting him on the Sixers, a new change of scenery would be pretty great. And then Buddy Hield off the bench would be a really great shooter, someone that can get hot from 3 easily. So I definitely like this trade. Don't think the Sixers would take it because I don't really think that they know like this package is enough. I think like they overvalue Simmons a little bit more, so this trade package definitely wouldn't get it done unless they start adding in like a few first, maybe a couple seconds, but they're probably not going to do that because it's the Kings. So looking at that trade package, I definitely like it, but there are better packages out there. And getting into the second one, the Trailblazers and the Sixers. The Blazers get Ben Simmons, Tyrese Maxey, and 2 firsts for Damian Lillard. Now, I definitely don't like this trade because it's definitely a little bit too little for someone of Damian Lillard's caliber. I think if you add in Matisse Thybulle, Tyrese Maxey, and Ben Simmons and the 2 first, then it's gonna get it done. But there's just no way the Trailblazers trade Damian Lillard because they said themselves that they want to build around Damian Lillard, which they obviously haven't this offseason by getting, Larry Nance Jr., Cody Zeller, like they're getting all these good role players, but I don't think it's really enough to warrant Lillard staying for any more than one more season, which makes sense because they haven't been too great, especially last season losing to the Nuggets in 6 games where they should have won that series. So honestly, I don't see the Trailblazers doing any type of Damian Lillard trade soon enough unless it's something that they'd be really blown away by getting obviously maybe like Matisse Thybulle and then 2 firsts. So like adding on to the trade package, getting Tyrese Maxey and then Ben Simmons too. So the final trade package that I see hopefully getting done is maybe, well, not the Bulls because they got Zach LaVine already, and then they also got DeMar DeRozan and Lonzo Ball. Honestly, those are the really 2 trades I wanted to see get done because the Kings and the Trailblazers were the 2 most teams in pursuit of Damian Lillard. Obviously, the Timberwolves too. Like this trade package right here, the Timberwolves get Ben Simmons, and then the Sixers get D'Angelo Russell, Malik Beasley, a couple of firsts, and then Jaden McDaniels, which they already declined that trade, so wouldn't really make any sense. But Ben Simmons, I definitely think they need to trade him soon, especially because I don't really think he's going to be playing at the start of the season for the Sixers. I think it's pretty apparent he doesn't want to be in Philadelphia anymore. And honestly, I want to see a change of scenery for him too. He is just 25 years old, 6'11", 240 pounds. He could be used somewhere else that isn't the Sixers, especially because the Sixers do need some other scoring output other than Joel Embiid and Tobias Harris, because they do have some really good role players in Danny Green, Seth Curry, Furkan Korkmaz, and Matisse Thybulle, but their scoring output isn't really all that there. So by trading Ben Simmons, they could get another scoring point guard that they desperately need. Damian Lillard was supposed to be that guy, but obviously with the Trailblazers trying to build around him, it's pretty much impossible right now. So hopefully just Ben Simmons just gets out of Philadelphia and hopefully he just thrives somewhere else, because I honestly like Ben Simmons' game. I like his game. I like his playmaking. I like his defense a lot. I think he's a pretty underrated player. He just gets a lot of hate for being really trash and especially being horrible from the 3-point line. So hopefully he just gets out of Philadelphia and hopefully a trade package gets done soon. So that's the end of the video. My name is JDC and I'm saying out here. Peace.